Rajan. They worked on 3 different projects. So over to you, Pankaj.
Hi all. I'm Pankaj Mishra and I'm here to share my Summer Geeks journey. I know we're already a little late, so I'm going to rush the presentation, so apologies for that. My project was to build a Jira Analytics dashboard. So before we move on to the project itself, let's talk about why we need a dashboard in the first place. So Jira, as we all know, works on the system of tickets. And when we're talking about large projects like the one Innovaso works on regularly, we often end up having more than 1,000 tickets being raised every day. So it's possible to check each ticket individually and see what it's about, but we wanted a tool which would allow us to get the overview and the general idea about what the majority of these tickets are talking about, instead of having to go through each ticket individually. Now, what's wrong with using a standard default Jira dashboard? The problem is, number one, that we need more details. So standard Jira dashboard, like the one shown on the screen right now, will give you a high-level overview of things. But if you want to go into the further details, for instance, if you want to check what exactly the tickets were that were raised between this and this date, you can't actually do. Number two is that we need more flexibility. So Jira standard dashboard works on the system of widgets, which are basically small tools which do a very particular job. So if you're looking for a very specific thing to do, and unfortunately there's no widget around to do exactly that, then you really have no other option but to either change your problem or to settle for a less appropriate solution. Now, another problem could be we might want to hire a third party to handle all that task. Now, the third party dashboards can solve the problem I mentioned in the previous slide, but the problem with those are a different set, which are, for instance, number one, that we have to depend on an external party to provide our solutions, which may be something not a lot of people will be happy about. Second is that while these third party dashboards will be able to do a better job, they still don't eliminate the root cause, which is if we have a very specific problem that's, let's say, very unique to Innovaser, maybe these are not able to provide the exact solution for that as well. And therefore, we are still left asking for more. And number three is obviously the biggest problem, which is the extra cost. So for instance, Easy BI, which is a business intelligence tool, charges $325 for 250 users per month for their Jira dashboard. And while it might not look like a large amount, if you consider the fact that it's a recurring cost, we end up having to pay a lot over time. So my project was built on top of three pillars, namely Jira API, JQL, and Grafana. I'll talk about them, but let's look at the objectives first. So for any dashboard to be called a dashboard, it has to have at least some basic set of features. So for instance, my dashboard allowed people to pass in a timestamp and retrieve the total number of tickets that were raised within that particular timestamp. We could also sort the tickets that were raised in that timestamp according to the people who were assigned to those tickets. Maybe you want to see how many tickets were actually solved by those people, so you can do that as well. Or perhaps you want to sort the tickets on the basis of their priority. That's also a very valid option. However, all of these things are something which we could have done using a standard dashboard that already exists. The biggest reason why I wanted to build a custom dashboard, or why we need a custom dashboard rather, is because if we have a problem which is very specific to Innovaser, that 1% of problems which are very unique, you don't have to settle for a compromise anymore, because if the solution to that problem does not exist, you can just talk to the developers, which are Innovaser employees as well, and they can build exactly the solution you need for your problem, and therefore you never have to compromise on the accuracy of your solution. So I'm going to talk about the three pillars in really quick succession. So Jira API, as the name suggests, is an API which allows us to fetch data from the Atlassian servers. We use Jira API instead of using the export option on the website, because using an API allows us greater control and flexibility over exactly what we download. This was an example. So this was one of the very first Python scripts I wrote to fetch the data on the left hand side, and this was the result on the right hand side. We were able to retrieve all the ticket information from one of the infrastructure intern projects. JQL, as the name suggests, is very similar to SQL and is used for querying and searching for information in Jira. So again, we could have used the basic standard Jira search option on the browser, but the problem with that is it's very verbose and you have to spend a lot of time to open the browser and search for particular information. The same thing, for instance, on the screen right now, this picture that you see is the basic Jira option to search for a particular ticket. So you have a lot of different filters, you can set the particular values and you get the results. However, the same exact thing can be written in JQL as follows. And the best part about this thing is that the JQL query can be passed as an argument through the REST API, through the command line itself, without ever having to open your browser. And that allows you to basically get the exact same results in a much more flexible manner, because you never had to worry about the browser. And obviously it allows greater control as well once somebody gets familiar with JQL. Finally, we talk about Grafana, which is an open source program which is used for monitoring and displaying information. It's normally used with Prometheus, as we saw yesterday in one of the projects, but in our project, we wanted to use it for presenting the analysis that we had done using JQL and the APIs. Now, unfortunately, because of the lack of time, we weren't able to complete the implementation of Grafana for my dashboard. But what it would have done essentially was to present the information that we had generated through the analysis in a visually appealing manner. And I believe that is something which is very important, because something which you can see allows you to convey the information in a much more effective manner than just a table full of rows and columns. This is what a dashboard implemented using Grafana would have looked like. So as you can see, you can choose anything, for instance, number of updates issued per user, and then you would have a beautiful graph showing that. And this becomes very intuitive for the person to understand. And more importantly, it becomes very easy for you to compare different users' performances if you want to do so. So that's pretty much it. I learned a lot from my internship at Innovacell. 2 months back, I had absolutely no idea what infrastructure is or what JQL or Grafana or these things even mean. But now I think I can confidently have a conversation with an engineer and probably at least pitch in with my opinions of what I feel about these particular technologies. Also, a slight mention on what we can do to the project in the future. Obviously, number one priority would be to finish the implementation of Grafana so that the project is a lot more user friendly. And another thing that wasn't exactly a part of the project, but I wanted to do was maybe try out a user friendly way of using command line to search for information on the Jira data without actually using JQL, because JQL, again, even though it's easy to learn, still has a very specific syntax. And I wanted to use something like the basic Jira search, but that which also works on the command line. That's it from my side, guys. I really want to thank Ravi, Harpreet, Rajan, and Kuldeep, who were incredibly helpful and supportive throughout the process. And a huge thanks to my teammates Pratyush and Shivam as well, without whose help this wouldn't have been possible at all. I'm really grateful to Innovacell for providing me this opportunity, and I'm really, really happy to have been a part of it. Cheers. Thanks.